This is another cemetery in Romania. It's somewhere in a old side of the city. It's not a large one, but why I'm recording this one, and since it's in English, that means it's meant to English audience. I want to show you how a mixed cemetery looks like. It's not only for Orthodox people. You see Jewish people here, Catholics, all sorts of religions, no discrimination. And what I noticed in Vancouver, one of the cemeteries in Vancouver, in one of the large cities called Burnaby, there are no crosses, like no funeral stones like that. Everything is like a piece of metal or maybe a stone in the ground, marking the place, the resting place, or the remains of the dead. So here it's a different story. It's a good size or a regular person size hole in the ground with maybe some concrete stuff, a decent size funeral stone, and you see even expensive stone engraved. And this type of stuff in Canada would cost just the stone, the headstone would be a couple of $1,000. Then the whole thing, another probably $10,000, and the funeral service and the rental of the place. The spot is not cheap in Canada. See this huge, you see, that's nothing. I've been into a cemetery a week ago, and there were like a big marks of those who passed away, and it shows that the family invested money, or maybe the person, the deceased one, invested money into own funeral, maybe to pay respect, maybe to show off the wealth, we don't know. But here is no restriction. If you want to build something the size of the house or something, if you have the money, there's no restriction. Maybe they may say, okay, don't build a high-rise in the middle of the cemetery. I don't know, probably it's a common sense. But that's my my reason for recording this one today. It's a small tiny cemetery. You see, surrounded by buildings, and probably it's very expensive, and probably there's not much room to put someone new here. Like I see some new stuff, like that's one 2020. These ones are also, this was a lawyer, a German lawyer. Their family, Dr. Albert Wagner, advocate, like a lawyer. So the lawyers can afford to have a nice funeral stone. It might sound like a discrimination. Why a lawyer? How much energy that lawyer put into this world, into the community? Maybe the lawyer helped lots of criminals and made lots of money, right? We don't know. I'm not here to judge, but you see the differences in wealth. Some of my family in another town have their remains on the same I don't know, I think it's one spot for 3 or 4 people. Of course, what they do, they take the coffin out after a number of years. They wash the bones and they put the bones into special. I won't get into the procedure, but that's the way they are able to put more people into the same grave. See, a beautiful woman, Tamara Levinta, 1997. So, oh yeah, she used to be very beautiful. Hungarian. (2019), born in '69, so it was not very old, or like almost my age or something like that. Other Hungarian ones, then a German one died in '67. Oh, so long time ago. You see the grave, nobody maintained it. So the funeral stone lasted long time, like 50 years or something, 54 years, but you see, it's not maintained. That one, you see, that one is 1847 and passed away in 1922. So you see, it's like a pile of stuff, and probably that the same thing. There are fees to be paid, and I'm not sure who is in charge with cleaning up the place. Like you see, the nature takes over and like that. And if nobody, like no relatives, everyone moved to Germany, the Jewish people moved to Israel or the United States or Canada or something like that, then who's going to care for the funeral stones? So myself, I went to a cemetery after 20 years, so I haven't been to the country in 20 years. But my son is looking into that, and he paid the fees, and I was curious to see, okay, is it maintained? So I haven't seen weeds, trees, or anything like that, and I'm glad that, you know, we pay a fee and someone is looking after our so here is where people light up a candle for the dead or for the alive ones, or the yeah. So this is a cemetery inside. It's surrounded by newer buildings close to the old city core. That's why you see this building. This is like 100-something years old building. This one the same thing, and that's why you saw funeral stone from 1921. So it's at least 100 years old cemetery. Okay, so that's Romania, Bistrita. That's the name of the city in Romanian. Okay, see you later. Bye bye. Take care of those who put effort for your good life. If you have a good life, then you will appreciate your ancestors, and probably you would check out the condition of their grave. Yeah, this is a Jewish I don't know how you call this. It's not a mosque, it's a synagogue. See, all sort of art here. I don't know what the meaning. Okay, see you later. Bye bye.